Today we're being joined by a potential AFLW draft prospect from WA at Subiaco, Kaiya Paull. Kaiya, thanks for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, tell us a bit about yourself, Kaiya. What got you into footy and what type of player you are?
So yeah, I've been playing footy all my life now. Started off at Auskick with the boys, played heaps of footy with the boys, and then finally women's footy got introduced. So then went to play footy with the girls, and then I got picked up by the North Metro Development Squad. Played a year there, and then Subiaco picked me up. So I've been playing there for 4 years now.
That's good. What position on the football field would you say you play on?
So at the moment, I'm playing at halfback, which is really, really fun and really good. But I'm also like an inside mid and a wing player. So I'm versatile. I can really play anywhere.
That's good. And Kaiya, I always tell everybody, that versatility is key these days. Versatility is key because, if you're struggling for form in one position and you haven't got another position to lean on, you could stop out of the team.
Absolutely. Yeah, very, very true. Yeah.
So, obviously, playing at Subiaco and some accomplishments of yours. Obviously, this is your 4th season at Subiaco. How's your time been at Subiaco since you started?
Very, very well. Going very, very good. Definitely my struggle is more towards injury. I'm very injury prone. Unfortunately, had many, many injuries along the way. But yeah, just been playing Rogers for 3 years now, and hopefully this year I've been leaning more towards league team. I've been on a list for league, got my first league jersey, which was incredible. Like, still mind blown about it. So yeah, it's been very, very good for my personal development as a player as well as a person. So absolutely love it.
So when you first joined into the Subiaco program, how did you get approached at 14 would have been? How did you get approached, or even 13 even? How did you get approached, and how were you feeling going into it, going, okay, we're gone from local here to now we're going another step further up?
Yeah, it was crazy. I just got a message and an email saying like, hey, would you like to come down to a Subi training session, just see how you like it, get involved with the girls? And obviously I was absolutely put forward to it. I was like, yes, I'll take the opportunity. And then I just remember my first game was at South Freo, and I was just terrified. I was so nervous. But no, absolutely loved it and enjoyed every moment of it. So yeah, now I'm here.
That's good. So obviously, in local or school level, in fact, you did win a premiership at Cedar. So how now that is, I suppose, a different level. That's not a local. That's more of a competition that you do. But regardless, like I always say, and I'm sure you're aware, any level of a premiership is a premiership, no matter the level that it's. How was that in an interesting way to win it? Obviously, a school program, I assume, would be a shorter time frame than what, say, a local level or waflw level. In your case, now is that.
Yeah, it was amazing again. We played at Coburn, so where the Fremantle Dockers AFL girls play. Yep. My coach was actually Cara Antonio, which was amazing. Yeah, I love her. So yeah, we did manage to play out 4 quarters like usual, play a game of footy. I was running through the mid and through the forward line, which I've never played forward in my whole life, so that was new. Yeah, it was a blast.
That's good. So, who did you grow up supporting?
I'm a Freo supporter all the way. No changing that.
But so having Antonio in that mix must be a pretty cool thing to have her coach you at some level. Someone obviously I'm assuming you're a fan of, and obviously she played at Freo as well.
Yeah. So Cedar, they have a lot of Freo people coming through. My teacher was actually Ailey Runnels, who is a now Freo player. So yeah, I look up to those girls so much. Hayley Miller, Turbo, or Kiara Bowers, all those girls I really look up to as a player and a person. So yeah, that was a great opportunity, and I took everything I could from it.
So obviously, from the premiership, how did you feel at that level when you won the premiership? Were you nervous going into it compared to after, which obviously would have been pretty cool?
Yeah, no. was absolutely shooken up that I just won a medal. Yeah, and then that also gave me an opportunity last year to go over to Adelaide, play at Cedar Cup, which was amazing opportunity again. Yeah, it was just mind blowing.
So how was it then? Interstate trips obviously something you wouldn't be too familiar with before being in the draft year. So how was that? Was that more nerve wracking, or did you feel a bit more comfortable considering there was more teammates around? How were you with the travel component?
Oh, yeah, it was different. Loved it. It was weird going over interstate for footy. So,
Mm.
no, I had a lot of friends around me, and it was so much fun. Just like rooming with all of them, like having our own little hotel with together, and going to breakfast. Doing things together as a team. It was so much fun. I absolutely loved it.
So obviously you mentioned earlier, obviously 2021 was your first year at Subi, and then most recently you got your first ever league jersey. How was it like being presented that, and obviously playing a scratch match as well for the league team?
Yeah. Honestly, walking up to get that jumper, I was shaking so much. It was an insane opportunity, and I absolutely love it. Number 40, so the very last number, but that's okay. Um, yeah, it was insane, and yeah, playing my first ever scratch match for league, was a blast. We played South Freo, and we also played. Who do we play? Oh, Swan Districts. So
Oh yeah.
it was very fun. Loved it.
What experience and learnings you get from playing two scratch matches? Again, doesn't matter what level, it's still against those more senior players or experienced players or players at the
Mm.
best of the best as well. How much do you benefit from playing a level of a football game against people that you aspire to get to that step and then further down the track as well? How beneficial is it?
So beneficial for me. Playing Rogers, I'm like obviously the older girl, so I've been around obviously Rogers for 4 years. So be able to go from Rogers into a league team, and being able to look up to honestly every league player there is on the team for their own strengths and weaknesses, was so enjoyable. Got so much out of it. Um, yeah, I played in the halfback role, which was new to me, and yeah, it was a blast. Hopefully,
Mm.
get more opportunities to play in the league team.
Sure, and obviously in 2022 you were the Rogers captain for Subiaco, and again that's in your second year, I think, at that point. So that would have been a
Yeah.
pretty cool honour to be voted in as the captain. And I'm assuming leadership is something that's always been in the back of your mind as well that you would want to do, or was it just something that was thrown to you at that point?
No, I was very aiming for a captain role or
Yep.
leadership role. I wasn't expecting to be the actual captain. I was expecting just like a little leadership, being in the leadership group.
Yep.
But no, that was a very good opportunity for me to learn my teammates, learn what's it like being a leader and a captain. So it's a very good opportunity for me that I'll just carry on for future. But yeah, it was just a lot of joy, and I can give that to the younger girls now. So coming through to the squad, which is amazing.
Really good. So obviously being in the draft year this year, Kaya, how do you feel going into this year? Do you feel any added pressure? How do you go about this year in particular?
Honestly, just playing good footy. That's all I'm here for. Hopefully get a debut for league is my number one goal of this year. And then yeah, hopefully when I turn 18 and then go into the draft further in the year, yeah, we'll just hope and see, just learn from it, learn my what I need to prove on, learn my positives, and honestly just keep building and building, working up on just being a footy player.
That's good. So I was going to say, I was just going to ask you some goals for this year, obviously, is to make your league debut. Is there any other goals you set for yourself outside of that?
League obviously debut is the biggest one that I'm aiming for. A couple little ones like in Rogers, just playing really good footy, just getting around the girls. Yeah, just really hoping for a league debut. That's really all.
So if the opportunity ended the year, I know we're predicting here, but if the opportunity was to arise to go outside of Perth, would that be something you'd be comfortable with doing from an AFLW point of view, or would that be something you'd probably try more so to a home at the start, or are you unsure at this point, or would that be something you consider?
Yeah, something I'll definitely consider, depending again how I go and which teams really want to have a look at me. But I think for now I'll stick with WA, just as I'm young, getting into uni, getting into, other degrees. But yeah, I reckon in the future I definitely want to look interstate. That'll be such a good opportunity, and yeah, just completely brand new environment, brand new vibe, and I think that'll be a really good opportunity.
That's true. I mean, like I tell people, you know, there's all these other avenues these days getting picked up. You don't have to be drafted at 18. Doesn't mean like if you're 18 and you miss out, you're done. You got no chance. You've seen people at men's and women's competitions at AFL, AFLW getting drafted or signed as an injury replacement player, mid-season draft, SP. And some of them are nowhere near 18. Some of them are in their 30 range.
That's very true. Yeah, that's why I tell myself too. I'm only young. I've got so much time, and so much to look forward to.
That's right. And yeah, there's definitely time on your print. Now, correct me if I'm wrong here, but there was a program that you did at Fremantle in 2022 where you got to experience some time there. What was that like for you there?
Yeah, the peak performance was that?
Someone, yep.
Yeah, that was so good. Just being learning the facilities that the Fremantle Dockers have up front, like the gym, the oval, all the club rooms. That was a great experience to go into. I definitely learnt a lot for looking into like an AFLW life on how they work. Managing other jobs, managing training and stuff like that, and just their pathways into AFLW, because it's all different. People go from waflw straight to AFL through draft, but other people get different approaches. So it's just good to see that there's many opportunities for progressing into AFLW, and that was just amazing. And yeah, I learnt all new skills, all new ways of going about techniques and footy and gameplay, and yeah, it was just a great opportunity.
Really good. Now, you mentioned too earlier about versatility being key, and it absolutely is. So, from your football style, what would you say some of your biggest strengths as a footballer?
I love a tackle. I love getting in tackling. I don't like being tackled, but I love tackling others. I'm very good at reading the play. And I like just going for a run. I have a good kick on me, so I love my kick. So yeah, those are probably my biggest strengths.
So lefty, right footer.
Yeah, I'm a right footer.
That's somebody. So there's not many left footers these days. Well, there is starting to get a bit more. I don't know. Every time you watch games or something, you don't see many left footers, do you?
No, you don't. No, not at all. I am working my left. My left is getting there. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I think it might depend on the distance and everything like that. For me, anyway. Yeah. Say, can you kick it accurately in the left foot? Yeah. If the kick's about 50 meters, not
literally
30.
that. Yeah, 10 meters away. I got you.
That'll be definitely accurate.
Yeah.
You mentioned supporting Fremantle. Have you ever had any AFL or AFLW player interactions as a fan? Obviously, you mentioned a few of the Fremantle people, girls, have been coaches, but as a fan, have you ever had any player interactions as a fan that are memorable or forgettable?
I've had a lot. I was like doggy for the day. When you like run out with the banner with the Fremantle boys.
Yeah.
I had that. Yep. That was amazing. I love Andy Brayshaw. Like, Andy Brayshaw is like, I have like literally so much Andy Brayshaw stuff around my room right now. He's like my idol, so hopefully to get interaction with him, hopefully soon. But no, I've been around the Fremantle boys for a long time. Nathan O'Driscoll, he's like my best mate. He's so funny. I know his girlfriend, and he's always. So yeah.
So I've actually had Andy on before, so I had on to meet him at the grand final footy fest last year. Yeah, last year it was 23. He's
Wow.
Ripper.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you will go down to some of their trainings, I'm sure there'll be some opportunity there, or even at a game if you're lucky enough there. Have you been given any advice on how to handle this year, Kaiya, about how to go through this period, or not really?
My Rogers coach has talked to me a lot about just about working on my confidence. Also, my league coach has given me some tips and what I need to improve on to be able to make the debut. A lot of it is just based on confidence and just resilience. Keep pushing through, just keep playing my footy, keep doing my thing, and the opportunities will come along down the track. I just got to be patient and just wait for the right moment for me to step on through.
That's very true. So, who now? Some of your favourite teammates down at Subi?
Oh, that's tough. In the Rogers team, I'm very close with Abby. So me and her, we did community footy together. So we've known each other our whole lives, basically. I'm very close with Jasmine, Jazz Farnan, Liv Earl. So Liv Earl from the goal kicking competition. I'm very close with her. In the league team, I'm also close with Liv Earl.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and Dana and a few other girls that get around me, and the leadership team in league. So Tess, they're all so lovely towards me and support me, and really care for me.
I don't know if you've seen it, but I did the Golden Judge with Liv and Fina and I'm having a complaint, and Meg as well from Super. Get a chance to hear of it or see it? If so, if not, it's fine. If you did, how do you think it went? And did they ever bring it up to you or anyone at that point?
They did mention it a few times around training. I wasn't really picking it up, but they did really well. I'm so proud of them.
Yeah, I said to Fino, I was chatting to her a fair bit beforehand, like I'm talking about the days leading up, and I said to her, we've got this plan here. We've got to go number 1 and number 2 on the leaderboard, first and second place. Now, first and second, I didn't mean 1 or 2 goals, which what Fina got 1, like myself.
Yeah.
Legit scored the same score, and we were side by side on the leaderboard. I mean, first, it's not side by side that way.
Yeah. That's so good.
They all had their moments, and I mean, it was a great day overall. Now, who loves the limelight, the attention, the camera at Subi, and they can't get enough of it?
Oh, all those girls, not gonna lie. Nah. There's a couple there. Liv Wilmarans, definitely, I reckon. She's an absolute character. Last year there was a video going around of her getting falconed in the face, so poor her. She loves the camera. Eva also, they all get around the camera, which is hilarious, and they all got a good character, so they should get in front of the camera.
Sure enough, heard them names get mentioned a fair few times, so that seems to be the common trend. Now, if you were to use an AFL or AFLW play comparison, okay, to the type of player that you play like, who would you say that is, or the same style of player?
Oh, that's a good question. When I'm playing in the back line, I'm going to say Ange Stannett. When I'm playing in the midfield, I reckon I'm kind of like Charlie Thomas in a way, with just my kicking and how I go about the footy, as well as probably Ellie too. So, yeah, all those girls.
It's a good place to lean off as well. Now, nicknames, Kay, we're talking off camera about how many times I'm sure you get name pronunciations wrong, spelling as well. Yep. How do you deal, first off, before we get to the nicknames, how do you deal with the spelling inaccuracies and then the name pronunciation inaccuracies as well? Do you just give up now, or does it still annoy you more now?
Nah, Kaiya is definitely a challenging word for some people, apparently. Honestly, I just let them know, tell them once, and if they remember it, they remember it. If they don't, then I really don't mind, honestly.
That's fair enough. Now, nicknames. What nicknames do you get that you like or dislike?
Around the league team, I get called KP. But there's a lot of KPs going around at the moment. I'm the third KP, so there's a fair few of us, so that name doesn't really get used much. I do like it. I got called Kaz too during the Cedar, which I liked. Okay. I got called Goose in community footy, which I did not like.
So why would you get called? Sorry, it just dropped out. So what was that?
I got called Goose in community footy, and I did not like that.
Where did it came from?
Oh, funny. It was just a long story, but it's just like Goose, like, there's this photo of me in community footy where I was going up for a mark and my
Mhm.
neck was stretched out back, and it looked like a goose. So that's kind of where it came from.
Not good. Coach's pets. Is there any coach's pets down at Subi?
Oh, all those girls. I can't even lie. There's like little group of girls who definitely try and get the eyes of the coaches.
Yes.
But that's kind of normal in a women's footy team.
That's fair enough. But I mean, every time I've asked this recently, I don't know what it is, but some people are like, it's like they're scared to say your names. It's like, it's okay. If they're going to hate you legitimately for it, well, then they're not really a friend. If they're going to, it's just a bit of fun.
Yeah, that is true.
Now, outside of footy interests that you have.
I love the gym. I love
Yep.
boxing. I got into
Okay.
boxing a lot. I like to doing some Aboriginal paintings as well. But yeah, honestly, overall, just footy.
That's true. That's everyone's favourite. Now, in terms of the boxing, so if anyone starts pronouncing your name wrong or says something that people may not want to mess with you if you've got that boxing pedigree.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think they should.
Now, where was I? So I was just talking about things that annoy you. What's something that someone does at the club that you can't stand? Whether it's leaving rubbish around, it's been flat out annoying, leaving stuff around. What annoys you?
What annoys me? I reckon some girls, when they pull their socks up really high, like in the olden days, that annoys me. Like, having socks too high during gameplay is not a good look.
Favorite TV shows or movies that you have?
Favorite TV show would be like Outer Banks, Surfing Summer, all like the little ocean movies, shows.
Yep.
Favorite movie? I can't even think of one. I like every movie, honestly.
It's fair enough. I don't really have a favorite either. Just maybe it's more of a favorite genre more than anything.
Yeah, true. Genre. I do like a bit of romantic, a bit of action, horror. I like, honestly, anything.
That's good. Now this is going to be an interesting one here. Toughest opponent you've ever had to match up on, Kaiya, that you, if it's not a player, is there a particular team that you feel like has been the toughest opponent you've had to match up on?
Oh, toughest team. I would say like West Perth, just because they're like premiers, obviously.
Yeah.
Toughest opponent probably Mia Russo. That was, she's an outstanding player, and going against her in the midfield was challenging. She's a great player.
I've heard Mia's name get mentioned a few times now. So again, that seems to be a common trend, and that's a good thing on her part. Now, what do you feel is the best individual game, KP, that you've played in that's got you into the position you feel that you got into now?
Ooh. I'm pretty consistent, not gonna lie, but probably the first one that comes to mind is probably last year.
Yep.
I don't even know what round it was. I think we were playing Perth, I'm pretty sure. I just was a tackling machine. Like every girl that tried to get past me, I took them to the ground. Took up some really good marks, took some really good kicks, and I was just really, really on it. So
That's good, and that's again, you mentioned that tackling being one of the strengths. You're definitely going to make it hurt and make them earn it.
Yep.
Now, obviously playing midfield, I'm sure you start at some point, or if not consistently, that you kick some goals. What do you feel is the best goal you've ever kicked at any level?
I actually haven't kicked a goal in Waffle yet, which I'm pretty devo about. I've kicked it two behinds, which are pretty gutting. But probably best goal I've kicked was during community. I managed to rack up 5 goals as a midfielder.
Just amazing.
I was my last goal I kicked, the 5th one. I was on the boundary line and snapped it in. So that's probably best one.
Snap that snaps are good. Now, did you celebrate to some degree of that goal? Did you have a goal celebration that you pulled out? If not in that particular moment, is there a goal celebration that you got in the back of your mind that you're planning to plan out if you do get another one?
Probably the basic like cobra,
I,
or double cobra. um, or I do like the pointing up one, especially if it's a special round. Yeah, I got a couple in mind just in case. Never know.
if you're in the top pocket, I love it. And one, I don't know, in my golfing challenges I've literally done the last 3 to 5 days. I don't know where I got this from. I think I've seen it before on TV. Someone's done it at that level before. But recently, I think someone might have done it when I came to Perth to do the golfing challenge. Someone did this. I don't know what that is, but for some reason, I've started doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know what
the
it's.
Perth Demons logo. I think that's what it is.
Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. I don't know where the hell it came from, but yeah,
It's a
I've
good
just
one. It's a good one. Yeah. Keep it
yeah,
going.
I keep changing it up. Mark or goal of the year? Okay, which one would you rather do and why? Because they're really hard to choose. You can't go wrong either way.
You really can't. That's hard.
Mm.
I mean, I'm not a very good up in the air contest, so I'd probably say goal of the year is probably the way I'd go.
If you were to pick the best goal you would ever want to kick, it can be as unrealistic as you want here. What range, angle, distance would you want it to be?
I reckon it'll have to be in the pocket, like off the side.
Has to be.
Yeah, obviously. And it has to be like a certain distance, like probably like on the 45, 50 mark, I reckon.
Even better. And a drop punt or a snap or?
Drop punt, I reckon I'd go.
That's good. And you know what? I'm surprised a lot of people, KP, don't mention in the pockets more often. You would be surprised, maybe, going off that answer, that a lot of people don't actually, well, there's some do, and probably more than other type of goals do, but probably I would say, if I'm making a rough guess, maybe 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10 only choose the snap from the boundary or something from the boundary. A lot have chosen on the run, after the siren type thing. So, it's all over the place.
That's very true. Everyone loves a good little goal.
Yeah, I would have thought out the one you described would have been a bit higher, but that's definitely that's for sure.
Yeah.
Now, this is where the questions start to get interesting, and teammates' feelings might start getting hurt, or they may love you even more for it. Now, there's some teammates that fly under the radar that don't get appreciated as much from the public point of view that you feel that should start to get a bit more attention than they do.
A couple girls in Rogers, I reckon. I'd probably say Jazz Farnan as a backman. She doesn't really get noticed enough for her strengths in the backline. I'd also probably say someone from League, Dottie, Madison Dodd. She's an absolute gun footballer. Yeah, I probably reckon her as well. Should get more standouts.
Something that is a standout with Madison is that hairstyle.
Oh, I love it. It's so good.
Definitely very noticeable. Definitely.
Yeah. She rocks it though. It looks so good on her.
That's good. What are some fun facts about you, KP, that people may not know about you?
Ooh. Probably all my injuries. I've injured every part of my body, I'm not gonna lie. Some other fun facts. I'm very good at doing some Aboriginal paintings and artwork as a Yawuru woman. So that's probably one of my other little things I can do.
Hidden talent, then, that is, I suppose.
Yeah, also a hidden talent.
Now, defenders, I feel like KP, they deserve a bit more love than what they get at a higher level. More talking here, AFL, AFLW, because the Brownlow's centered towards mids and rucks. I don't care what anyone really says. That's what it's for.
Yeah.
For Coleman, clearly. So, do defenders deserve their own title to some degree, or an award with an actual name to it, like those positions do?
Yeah. They absolutely should, I reckon. Yeah, the Brownlow definitely goes always to the midfield, and then Coleman goes to forward. So yeah, I 100% reckon there should be some recognition for how hard the backmen's work, just because they do honestly the most in the game, I'd say, like, and got the most pressure on them too. So yeah, I reckon they deserve some recognition.
They definitely don't get taught as much as they should. Now, going to part about hurting teammates' feelings, making people be more happy with you. Who is the best chatterbox of the club, KP?
Best chatterbox. There's a lot of them. At the moment, I'd probably say Maggie McLaughlin. She's an absolute character.
Moving back down from Port down to the club again.
Yeah, she's getting around the girls, and yeah, just an absolute. She's really good to be back. Always brings up the mood, and yeah. Always wants to get talking.
That's good. Actually, I'm great. I'm happy you mentioned Maggie there too. Obviously, someone that's been in the AFLW system. We talked about earlier about advice and everything like that. How good has it been to have someone that's played at the level before and played games there against the best of the best in that comp? How beneficial is it to have her back at the club to kind of lean in what she's experienced in her time there?
Yeah, honestly, having Maggie back, she's also playing in the defensive role. So watching over her, looking over her, seeing what she does has definitely been beneficial towards me. We also have Ellie Reynolds back. We have Amy Mullers. We have Crystal back from the Eagles. So we have a fair few AFLW girls back, which at training you could look up to, as well as in the scratch sheet. I looked up to Maggie a lot in that defensive role, what she does, how she moves the ball. It was great opportunity.
I'm sure just deep down you might be fangirling a little bit with a few of those current Dockers there.
I absolutely am. Yeah, some other Freo girls come down to watch the girls at the games. So on Saturday, I was just like, oh my god, there's a Freo girl, and I fangirl so hard.
I don't blame you. I'd be doing the exact same thing. Now, we're talking about breaking teammates' hearts here, or you could be breaking people's hearts with these opinions. Now, I'm sure you've heard of some of these, if not all of these. All these debatable food questions, KP. Everyone has their opinion on this, and I can't believe it's gotten to as big as some of these food questions. Chicken palmy. Is it a palmy or is it something?
Palmy. It's a palmy all the way. Has to be.
Thank you very much. It has to be. I'm like, oh my god, it's in the bloody name. It's spelled Parmi, not Y, not A, not O.
Absolutely. Nah. Restaurants that do that just not even worth going to.
No, I know. What the hell is wrong with tomato? Cupboard or fridge?
When you first buy it, pantry, but when you start using it, you have to put it in the fridge.
Okay, I'll give you that. So that's 2 for 2. That's good. I like your 2 for 2. Same here. So that's good. Right. The next one. This if there's any that splits me and other people, it may be this one. Sometimes it doesn't all. Pineapple on a pizza, yes or no?
No, I couldn't.
Good. 3 for the best. Someone is. Yeah. The best I got out of people with this is, I think, 5 out of 6 or 4 out of 5. So let's see if we can beat that. There's a couple more, not specific things. This would all depend on your actual answer here. So, favorite food?
Oh, probably sushi. I love sushi.
Is that a yes? But that's okay. Food you don't like.
Sorry.
Food you don't like.
Oh, oh my god, I can't think of any now.
Mushrooms?
I do like mushrooms.
Yeah, I tried.
Yeah, I actually can't think of anything that I don't like.
That's fair enough. I can't. Well, so okay, it'd be fair to say then. So there's nothing like that clearly jumps to mind. There might be things you don't like, but nothing that just jumps out as like, no, never.
I'm allergic to kiwi fruit, so I could say kiwi fruit.
Well, I'll accept that because I don't know what that is. So 4 out of 5, which seems to be a common answer here, but we'll take that. Best dish to cook if you do cook. If not, is it just something nice and basic?
Well, pre-game food would be pasta the night before. I'm very good at making pasta. It's so simple, but make up a good pasta, make up a good tacos as well. I can just do, just little things like that.
Taco. That's good. So where we go, 5 out of 6. Boom.
Oh, look at that.
Now, I know. So now I want to know what your reaction to this is, because a lot of the Perth girls in particular get having a wow reaction out of their faces when I say this. Now, I know what it is now, just to clarify. But over the last 2 months, I keep hearing sombreros. I did not know what that was at first. Are you a fan of that food place?
Zamboros, yeah, I used to work there, so love a good Zamboros.
Go-to order there?
Have to be burrito or nachos, depending on what I'm feeling.
Okay, we're going to make that 6 out of 7. Now you broke a record now. Good, there you go.
Look at me go.
Boom. Now, again, going back to breaking teammates' hearts here. If you were stuck on a deserted island, KP, with teammates, who would you want to bring and not want to bring?
Ooh. I reckon I'd bring Olivia Earle because she's a good little camper girl. I
Nice.
feel like she'd be a team player and be nice to everyone. I don't think I'd bring like Olivia Wilmarins. I don't think probably won't bring Jazz Farnan just because she'd muck around the place. Who else? I reckon I'd bring Claire. Claire would be good at like directing everyone to what they need to do. Yeah,
That's
Claire
good.
definitely.
I love the process of thoughts there. You need people that are smart as well. Not just your friends, but or even they might be your friends, but you need people that are, smart as well. You can't have your friends that aren't so bright or aren't that skilled in those areas.
Absolutely. That's very true.
Gotta think it through. Most prized possessions.
I'm going to show you right now my little Brayshaw.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Let me put it on the full screen. There we go. Again. There you go, Andy. Yep.
Andy Brayshaw. My little card of Andy Brayshaw. Love him.
That's good.
That's probably my prized possession.
Sweet. Now, I think I'm going off that answer about Brayshaw and the previous answer. I think this is a dead giveaway answer, and I'll be shocked now if this ain't your answer. Celebrity.
Oh, Andy Brayshaw. I love that man.
Good. Well, not for me. I should be not for me. Good. I don't know why I said that. Now, where are we? Who is the loudest and quietest teammates?
Loudest teammate is probably Maggie. Maggie, Eva, or even Wooly. Quietest would have to be probably Dana, a few other, Meg maybe. Yeah, a few other of the younger girls.
Fair enough. Now, I've got a few more questions for you, KP, so I really do appreciate coming on.
Cool.
Dream scenario for you. If you could map out this entire year for you, in an ideal world, what would you love this season to pan out for you from now all the way until December?
Very good. Obviously, like we said before, a league debut would be absolutely insane. So probably get a league debut once the AFLW girls do go back. And then I reckon good hard couple games in league, and then Subiaco getting to the grand final, or like getting into that and winning it. Yeah.
Might be really good. So the last one's the pressure coming on, KP. So you can put your it's just technically two questions. So you put your list manager hat on and put your AFL/AFLW CEO hat on. If you could steal any player to join the Fremantle men's or women's team from another club, who would you like to poach? It can be as unrealistic as you want. And also on top of that, if you were the AFL or AFLW CEO for a day, what rule would you change and or add that you want to add or get rid of?
Ooh. We'll start with the second question, I reckon.
Yep.
A rule that I want to get rid of is probably for women's, the boundary throw-in. Have it on the line, not just so far away.
Oh, yes.
A rule I'd add in, probably more caution around tackles and the concussion protocols, I reckon.
Yep.
Because that's a very heavy topic.
Very true. So AFL, AFLW players who love to post a Fremantle with your list manager hat on your Peter Bell or part of the Freo Trojan for the men's or women's.
Yep. That's tough. Oh my goodness. I don't even know. Yeah, I can't actually think of any what I'd do. I think it's good the way it is.
Very good. Now, I'm going to add one more bonus one. So, on top of that, all the things we said, quirks. Is there any quirks, KP, that someone would say that you have that you wouldn't necessarily like to admit?
I reckon I'd get like random bursts of energy and hyponess around footy. So sometimes I'd be so like serious and flat, and then the next minute I'd like get all hypo and crazy. So I reckon that's probably one of the biggest ones.
Very fair. KP, energetic people are what brings footy to make it fun, even when they're losing, times go tough, or even when they're going great. It's always good to have players that show that energy. It doesn't matter the result, or even at training, if you're just going through a 2K time trial or whatever, and you're still up and about. KP, really appreciate you coming on here, and good luck with the rest of the season. Hopefully that league debuts around the official one, and then AFLW one, if not in the future. So really do appreciate you coming on.
Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate you talking to me.